Hello, in this video I will demonstrate you how to use OAuth2 service to handle authorization and permission management within your Spring application. So from this UI we can create the users, we can create permissions, and we can create roles. Okay, so first we have to create our client service. So you can do that with start.spring.io and generate your sample application. All you will need is web and then click generate project. I already created this. Okay, so let's create some basic endpoint that we want to secure in our example application. So we will declare REST controller and some basic get mapping for Okay, let's start this and see if it's working. Okay, seems that it started. Let's do a curl request. Okay, you can see that this is now not secured. So let's integrate our out component. For this, we just need to include this dependency here. So Spring Security OAuth2 auto configure, and it will create everything for us to communicate with our OAuth server. But we only have to point to the location of token URI and our client credentials. Okay, so let's start the application once again. Okay, and now you can see that we get an unauthorized message from our application. Okay, now we can create a user that we will use to authorize with OAuth server. Okay, for that we will go to add new user. Okay, let's just create the user without roles. Okay, and now before interacting with our service, we have to get the token from the OAuth service. So to do that, we have to make a request to it. You can see that OAuth service is running on port 8080 and our service is running on port 8081. So to get the token, we need OAuth token, and then we have to provide grant type, which will be password in our case. Then username. This is the username of the user that we just created. So then the password and scope, which will be any. Okay, now we got our access token. And one thing I forgot, so we forgot to add enable resource server. So this will tell the Spring that it needs to check authorization and security on information on the URL that we provided here. So let's quickly restart this. Okay, so let's get the token once again, and now we have to provide this token in authorization header. So it's a bearer token, and we can copy it here. Okay, you can see now that we got our secured resource response. And in case that we provide the wrong token, we will get invalid token response. Or in case that we forgot to include this header, we will get unauthorized response. Okay, so let's secure this even further. Let's add requirement of some permissions to use this resource. So to do this, we have many options, but let's use Spring annotations. Okay. Okay, so let's call authority admin, and we have to add this annotation also, enable global method security. Okay, so let's test this. So now we should get forbidden response from our service. Let's try it. So, okay, so we get access denied. Oh. Okay, and we called our authority admin, so let's add that here. So we just have to match the name. Okay, create it and add it to our tester account. Okay, after we did this, we will have to acquire token again to refresh our permissions. Okay, so it actually stayed the same, I think. Okay, and you can now see that we can access this resource again. And in case that I remove this, then again we will not be able to get this. Okay, you can see again that we're getting access denied. Well, let's quickly see how to get this token from our JavaScript application on the front end. So here I have Axios, and let's create a simple form for this. Okay, so we will create a button listener that will fetch the token for us when we submit it. Okay, for this, let's add ID to a button. And let's add event listener to it. Okay, so basically I have Axios snippet ready. So we just have to change those values here. And let's test it. Okay. Okay, you can see that again we got the same token for the same user. And from here you can save this token to a local storage and use it for all the services that are using OAuth component for authorization and roles management.